Good, very early in the morning, everybody. This is Jeff coming back at you with another update to my collection. These are new items, and I haven't done this in a while, have I? It's been since August. And that's because I have been very good in the last few months about not just like throwing my money at every little thing that I see. I also have been working a lot and my time has been sapped up. So I haven't really been able to get out there and see what's available and order so much in. And plus we wanted to try and put a little bit aside for Christmas shopping. I can't be buying for myself all of the time. But now I do have some things to show off, and I think I got some pretty good things over the last few months. It's not that I didn't buy anything, it's that I bought so little over the last 3 months that there just wasn't enough that I felt warranted making a video for. I don't want to make it for one or two or even three items. I want to have like a few things to show, and I have a few, and I think had some pretty good finds this last few months. So this is the update for September, October, and November 2021. And to start it off, I was recently in my Target that's nearby, and I found the 30th anniversary Studiopolis Playset. This thing is pretty cool. I'm not taking it out of the box yet. There will be a time where I will, just to display it, and I'll display it with the box behind it. I just don't have the room to do that right now. Once I get the shelving units up that I have, I'll be able to expand that a little bit more and be able to show it off, show off what's inside. Which I will probably unbox it. I don't know. I haven't decided that yet. But that is the 30th anniversary. I'm hoping to get a few more items from the 30th anniversary, uh, because they're not going to be out forever. We only got a couple of months left. In fact, less than a month and a half at this recording to get more items from the 30th anniversary. All right, and if you'll be so gracious as to hold off so that I can show how to reposition my camera so that we can take a look at all the smaller little items that I got. Okay, so here we go with some new items to my collection here. So I found this site called Stunned Mind. It was actually I found it through a Sonic Collectors uh, group that I'm in on Facebook, and I decided to give it a test run. They have a few items that are available on their website that are officially licensed. And remember, I always go for officially licensed items. I try not to get bootlegs if I can at all avoid it, unless it's something that is unique. And I am very sorry about the brightness of this. I have a feeling it's because of the background or the black background here. So from Stunned Mind, I got this blanket. Now it came rolled up like this. I kind of wish it came on a hanger. I'm not going to take this out, but this is a picture of the blanket that what the blanket actually looks like. There's a bigger package that they have that I will be getting next month, if it's still available at that time. Uh, but I kind of wanted to get this one because it was unique, and that is because of the Japanese characters that are on it. I do not speak or read Japanese, so I can only imagine this says Sonic on it, or possibly even Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know if somebody knows Japanese, then that and they can translate that for me. That would be phenomenal. So I have an accurate translation. I am curious as to what it actually says, but I can only imagine it says Sonic on it, or Sonic the Hedgehog, one of the two. And then with this attached to it, I got this decal. This is an auto decal, so it goes on the imaginary car that I don't own because I don't drive. It's one of the reasons why I'm able to collect so much is because I'm not pouring money into a car that just eats away my every paycheck. Um, but this this decal, I'm not sure, once I am able to open this and actually properly display it, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. This may just hang on a wall or something. I don't want to stick it to someone something. I just simply want to display it. So as it does have a hanging display for store display, I may just do that maybe on like a command hook or something to that effect. Um, I certainly have plenty of wall room to do it if I find other decals like it. That's probably something an option that I would go with. But if you want to go on Stunned Mind, you can get this one yourself. I absolutely love it, and I'm going to tell you, it's pretty soft. It's really soft, as a matter of fact. So it is a fleece, so of course it's going to be soft. I would actually love to get some of those Joanne. Uh, uh, what's it called? It's bolts of material, but it's specific to Joanne. I just can't think of the word that's used to describe something that is only sold at a specific store. I don't know why. Probably because it's like almost 1 in the morning as I am recording this. So there's that. And you know what, my friends? Oh, well, you know what? Before I go with that, um, let's see, was there anything else that came? I think there was only that, the decal, and then one of the things I've decided to do is I want to collect the shot glasses. This was a really cool shot glass. It's the same on both sides, so there's no need to show both sides. But I want to get a shot glass display and get as many Sonic shot glasses as I possibly can find. I'm sure they're out there. I'm sure there's ones that are officially licensed. Well, again, I want to stay away from bootlegs if possible, and I consider most things that aren't officially licensed to be a bootleg, even if it's something like this. Though with something like this, I may just go ahead and if I see one that I really like that's really unique, I may just do that. But this also came in the same package as Studmine. Actually, they sent it separately in an Amazon package, so I'm a little curious as to why they this got sent separately in an Amazon package. But you know what? It's all good. We it got here safe and sound. And then the next thing, I don't know that my coworkers love me, but they do think of me. So maybe I guess. But one of my coworkers actually stumbled across in his travels the Peach Ring G Fuel with Sonic on it. For the Sonic advertising. Imagine again, this is a 30th anniversary item. This is pretty cool. I'm not really a fan of peach flavors myself. That's why I haven't really sought it out to actually try the drink inside. And I don't really do energy drinks. I think for me, have hit an age where energy drinks might be a disaster on my heart, unfortunately. But this is pretty cool that we see good food advertising. We haven't seen a whole heck of a lot of that outside of the ice cream bar, the famous or infamous Sonic ice cream bar that you can only seem to get in ice cream trucks. But this is a pretty good addition. And I just want to put this out there. One of the things I like to do, or I would like to do, and if somebody knows something about this and would like to reach out to me and let me know if it's possible or not, eventually the contents are going to go bad. I think it has like a 2 or 3 year lifespan. What I'd like to do is I'd like to once that happens, empty it, rinse it, and then if it's possible, fill it with epoxy so it's hard, and then surround it in an epoxy block, a clear block, to preserve the can, so that once once the contents I can still keep this as a collector's item. I'm going to keep this kind of a bit separate from the rest of my collection just in case it does burst. It hasn't so far, and I've had it for about 2 months now, sitting over in my holding area. where I keep new items to be shown here on these updates before I put them into work them into the rest of my collection. But I think I'm going to keep this separate from the rest of my collection anyway, just because in case it bursts, it's not going to ruin things in its immediate area. Because some of the items that I have are quite pricey, and I want to make sure I preserve those items for a good long time, possibly willing it out to someone who is a fan of the franchises, and they would have to be as big a fan of the franchise as I am. So we got that. Next on the list, oh boy, what do I want to show first? I guess I'll show these guys. So I have a comic shop nearby where I work. As a matter of fact, I can walk out the door and be there in 2 minutes. Um, and they know that I'm a huge Sonic fan. So what they'll do is if something comes in that is like a collectible, they'll actually put it aside for me first, and then they'll come into the store and let me know that it's there. And then what they'll do is, what I'll do is I'll go in and decide whether I want to buy it now or later, because if it's something I don't already have, it's going to get bought by me. So that's just a given, pretty much. So they set these aside, and I absolutely love them, and I've got a few of them. So if you remember back in the day, McDonald's well, I mean they still kind of do it. McDonald's has the Happy Meal and the toys that come in it. Well, they did, and you probably already got guessing what's in here because it's a little bit in the camera view already. But they got a set of the video games, the little handheld games that McDonald's put out some kind time ago. This one's kind of cool. This one specifically is from 2003, a little racing game here. My guess is, man, I the game is not coming. 2003, I'd have to look it up, but the game is not coming to me. But I've got that, and yes, I'm keeping it in camera view because there's a few more that I got. Here's another one from the same set. We got Tails going on here. Also from 2003. This is the kind of things I love to find, is like old stuff. I like the new stuff too. I'm trying to... Oh, come on. Man, lining these up on while I'm watching the screen is a pain in the butt. There we go, kind of. There. Because I'm anal. Go away from me. No, don't go away from me. Watch the rest of the video, because there's a few more really cool things. This one is actually from 2004. So we got Amy and Rouge. And none of these games, by the way, work anymore, which is super funny. And then also from 2004, got this one. This one is interesting. This has a skateboard, so I imagine this is some kind of sport game that this was from. Even though I'm a huge fan of the franchise, and if you would like to watch the video, I'll put it up in the corner, somewhere around here. I will do that. But I haven't necessarily played every Sonic game that's ever existed, and there's reasons for that, and you'll kind of understand it why if you watch that video. And then we have got another 2004 Tails. This one's I wish I knew what these games do. They don't work anymore. The batteries are in fact dead. Looks like it's some kind of watch battery, but I don't want to take the screws out and replace the battery. because I'm afraid that I will break the things, and I don't want to do that. These were a really, really cool find, and they were not very expensive either. So apparently, the McDonald toys variations of these are not particularly expensive or hard to find. Now, this is from two different. I'm going to put these more in the center. These are from two different sets. So what I want to do is what I'm gonna need to do is I'm gonna need to find the two different sets and and complete these, because I am, when I'm collecting something, I'm a bit of a completionist. If I get the set of something, then I'm going to want or get a couple items out of the set. I'm going to want to get the whole set. It doesn't matter what I think of the set as a whole, but that's what I do. It's just, maybe it's a mental thing. I don't know. So let's take these out. Do. Okay, let's see. What's next? What haven't I shown yet? Oh, I think I'll save this really special item for last. Okay. So I did a couple weeks ago make it out to my target, like I said. Of course, the Studiopolis Playset. And I was able to get this new neon for the 30th anniversary. Those neon Jack's Pacific toys. This was, it's, you know what, I've seen videos where people are just not liking it. I've seen tweets where people are just not liking it. It's kind of unique. I kind of dig it. I'm going to be honest. Of course, I like bright colors, so I'm okay with this. This gets a pass from me. But I was able to find Sonic. Of course, this one comes with Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy. I was able to find Sonic. I was able to find Knuckles, all at the same time, by the way. Okay. And then I was able to find Amy. In fact, this marks the first time, for action figures anyway, that Amy appears in my collection. I have, I believe, a plush of classic Amy, but this is the first time modern Amy shows up in my collection. So that's a pretty cool addition right there. And yeah, as a matter of fact, I am going to save that for last. So the next thing I got, so a little bit of angst going on with this particular item, not from me, but from people who have actually played it since its release. But I did actually pre-order Sonic Colors from GameStop. Um, Weird thing about this was is that my order apparently didn't go through, and I had to just buy it. Thankfully, they still had. And by the way, if you are a GameStop shopper, I found out something interesting. If there's a game that you want and you can't get to a store, you can order it and have it delivered just a couple hours later, to your door through door. I think it's through DoorDash or something like that. It's just something that I discovered. I was like, hey, I'd like this. Would you like it in a couple hours? Yes. Yes, as a matter of fact, I would. Let's do that. So I ended up getting this basically 2 days after release. They still had this. You know what's funny is because some reason mine didn't go through, but I was still confirmed to be getting it. I'm willing to bet this was the one that would have gotten delivered to me to begin with. And of course, with that is the Baby Sonic keychain. And man, I'm actually really happy they included this, because when the movie came out in last year, this keychain was only released in Japan with the movie, and I was coveting it. I wanted it. I couldn't get. I was like upset that I couldn't get it here in America, and or here in the States. And then to find out, this is kind of one of the main reasons why I did the pre-order on this, because I wanted this as well. I've also never actually played this game. I didn't have a system at the time, and I would think I was between living places when this game came out. So I was able to get these two items. I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy. I haven't played it yet, which is interesting since I've never played this game before. Um, and I'm kind of glad I didn't play it right away, because I'm gonna be honest. I'm waiting on to play some of these games that I'm getting, whether it's a Sonic game or otherwise. I'm kind of waiting to upgrade my computer system that I'm recording on now, because it's not working right. Like the Elgato Capture card, it works, and it works the way it's supposed to, but the drivers are so um have updated so much that they no longer pick up the sound. It doesn't work with my sound card, so I get no sound from this. And it's a story. Even though it's a more kiddish, it is a story driven game, and I want to be able to share reactions to the actual game rather than. So I'm going to keep this on. I'm going to shelf this for now, and we're going to once I get my computer upgraded finally, I'm going to probably start out playing this game and then going through other games that I have, Sonic or otherwise, just to get going with streaming again. So there is that. Let's see. Have I gone over everything? The new figures from Jax, the game, the keychain, the Happy Meal toy. Oh, excuse me. Happy Meal toys. Excuse me. Um, the shot glass, the peach rings. Yes, I have gone through all of them. Perfect. The final piece, the great thing that I found. This is again comes from my little local comic shop that I go to that gets collectibles in from time to time. I've gotten some good collectibles from them actually, uh, as you have seen. Because there's a couple of more items that I have in my collection that came from them too, but I got this guy. This is really really cool, and the reason it's cool, obviously, it's Sonic, so it's by default cool. But this is now the oldest item in my collection. Before it was, and you'll see this when I go through my plush collection piece by piece. But it was a Sonic and Tails I picked up off of that buy sell group I mentioned earlier. Um, and what's really special about this is I think this was released right around. Oh, okay, eyes, focus, please. This must have been released right around either late after the first game was released or right around the release of the second game, because this is from 1992. This was made and marketed, manufactured in 1992. The plushes that I have that I was just describing are from 1998. So now this is officially the oldest collectible item that I have in my collection as of right now. And I absolutely love it. I mean, I don't think I could get any older if I tried. I think the only way I could get anything older than this is if I bought Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega Genesis, the very first game. So this is a really, really cool addition. What I want to do, those watch displays, they kind of have a band, but those bands are like anchored to a box type display, and it usually has a cover. I want to get one of those to display this on, so that it can display properly. This is this was a great find, and they knew that they didn't even think to put this aside. I happened to go in to check out because I collect the Archie comics. I went in to check out. Um, and I happened to look down and they had this watch sitting there, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what is this? This was an expensive buy. This is the kind of stuff that I look for most of all, is this old stuff, and it's kind of got a rubbery feel to it. If you see, I'm able to move it easily. So whoever owned this, whoever had bought this, really took care of it over the years. I mean, this is practically a 30-year-old item itself. If Sonic came out in 91, this came out in 92, that would make this a 29-year-old item. And I am so happy to have it. I mean, I'm sure it doesn't work. I don't think there's a way to replace the batteries. Oh, there is a way to replace the batteries, but I'm not going to try it because look how tiny the screw is. Good lord. Do they even make screwdrivers that small? Is that a screw? It looks like a little tiny Phillips head. Um so yeah, this was a really nice find, and I absolutely okay. And I absolutely love it. So, um there was that. And there you have it. My new additions to the collection. As you can see, I got some really good ones this time around. Um, Man, I can't wait to see what that comic shop gets for me next. Because again, they actually do put that aside for me whenever something new comes in that they think that I might want or be interested in, to see if I already have it or not. Because I only buy one of each thing that I'm looking for, and I do have my Grail items. Haven't come across them yet. I came close once on one of them. I'm not going to say what they are until I actually get them. But the collection is growing, and I do have. I know every video that I've said, "Oh, I'm running out of room. I'm running out of room." I do have two IKEA lac shelves to put up. That's kind of why I'm doing this video early. Normally, I would do this on a different day off, which would have been on the upcoming Sunday from this date, which is the 24th. Um, but I want to kind of take time to rearrange all of this uh, based on the shelves. Mostly, one shelf is going to go on this side, and I'm going to move that top shelf that you see. I'm going to just gently move my camera a little bit so you see this side where all the plushes is. This top row is going to get moved up one, because this row is all my GE Sonic plush. I'm kind of looking to see where I'm pointing here. Is my GE Sonic plushes, and as it turns out, GEE Great Eastern Entertainment has a lot of Sonic plushes that I don't have yet, that I need to find. Like, they have all of the Babylonian Rogues, which I do have one of them. I have Wave, but I don't have Storm, and I don't have Jet, which are going to be a pain in the butt to track down unless they re-release them again. Um, and there's just quite a few. I don't have Big the Cat. I don't have any of the. I don't have Amy. I don't have Rogue. Or Rouge, excuse me. Rogue. What is this? X-Men. I was watching something X-Men earlier today. Um, so I don't have any of those. I have quite a few. So I want to take this shelf, move it up to the new shelf once it's installed, and then I'm going to take everything on this shelf and move it up so that this can have the next set of characters that I'm going to get in the Great Eastern Entertainment part of my collection. So that's it for this month. This was the update for September, October, and November, all garbled into one. It's the holidays. So I'm thinking that I'm going to have another really good video coming out for. It will be after Christmas for an update video. In the meantime, what I do want to try to do is do another of the where my collection stands, but a different part of the collection. Um, like for instance, say wallets, pins, things like that. So be looking for those. It's going to come as I have time because, again, I work full time and sometimes more than full time. So bear with me, excuse me. You will see them coming up. I'm going to try and do 2 of those between now and um, the end of the year, because I think that's all I'm going to have really time for, plus the update video for December, with however much, and then start with a fresh new year. Buy more of those lac shells, get them installed so that I have the next year covered, because I don't know what Sega is doing, but they are really nailing it with the collections. I mean, look, I have these guys that I'm collecting, and I'm like missing one out of several. I'm missing several of the waves of those of the Jack specific uh, things I have. It's mind-boggling how much we're actually. I mean, if we thought we were in a dry spell, maybe game-wise we have been in kind of for new content, but for collectible content, no, there's no dry spell happening here. I can't keep up with it. It's so much. So, and I'm kind of for it. I'm okay with that, because I will catch up with it eventually. So we'll keep looking out. We'll see what we add next, and hopefully get a couple more really good items from that comic shop that I work near, because it's I've been spending money there. So at any rate, have a great week. This is Thanksgiving week. For those of you that observe it, have a very good Thanksgiving. I will happen to be working it, so yay, time and a half. And we'll see you in the next video. Have a great night, everyone, and keep that collecting going.